What's up, friends? Today we're checking out the opening to the new Gundam anime, The Witch from Mercury. The song is called Shukufuku or Blessing, and it's by YOASOBI. We're looking at the full version. Just started watching this anime. So good. One of my favorite Gundam animes already, up there with Iron-Blooded Orphans and Wing. We'll be looking at this song from the perspective of a producer and songwriter. So we'll be looking at just kind of like little portions of the song to talk about what's so cool and what they're doing in terms of musical development, as well as the sounds they're creating through their production processes. Let's get into it. Okay, I really like that transition right there. They start out with basically no distortion on any of the instruments. Just this chill beat going on in the drums with some pianos. Of course, vocals open up the conversation. And then this distorted guitar or synth, can't really tell for sure right now, comes in, adding that layer of distortion, adding this layer of excitement, and then the vocal has some distortion added onto it. So we're introducing distortion, and then it's coming in full throttle, already setting us up for so much excitement. Here you're getting a doubling of electric guitar as well as really distorted synth. And there's this glitching effect going on as well. What they're doing is they're cutting the audio track at specific moments to create this effect as if the computer's glitching out, as if something's going wrong there. We've scaled back on those distorted elements. Now we just have this arpeggiator with the drums and vocal. I like this arpeggiator a lot because it reminds me of the opening to Gundam Wing, which also used an arpeggiator pretty heavily. Arpeggiators are just synths that are going through the full arpeggio of a chord, so they're kind of playing each individual note of the chord in different orders. I really like that transition in the visuals, going from Suletta as like a little girl to Suletta now. This really like almost like cute thing, but the colors bring in like this space vibe, and you can see this kind of action of being trained to be a specific thing. Really dig that build there where they have the strings come in and out with the vocal, da 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 da, like those strings are pairing in right at those specific moments to add emphasis to specific lines to create accents on the vocal, which is cool. Plays with the groove, plays with the melody in a fun way. We've brought back some of that distortion here for the chorus to increase the energy, increase the excitement, let everyone know this is the catchy part, this is the cool part of the song. And it sounds really good. There's kind of this hopeful vibe to the song, and that comes from it in part being in the Lydian mode, in F Lydian, which gives it this, oh, we're going somewhere, it's gonna be great. Love using the Lydian mode. Have used it a lot recently on my album Bashing My Head Through a Wall, as well as my work with my band Jock Jock. Love when they bring back that distortion and then it builds into a distorted vocal. The distorted vocal sounds so good, singing in a slightly lower register, kind of whispered a little bit, creates this harsh effect. It sounds like they've also brought down some of the high frequencies on that vocal so as not to make it sound too, off-putting to us as we listen to it. Just a really cool effect used intelligently. I like the exchange from an arpeggiator to a piano, just jamming out. Love to hear pianos jam out. It's a nice differentiation between the two verses, and it creates a nice syncopation inside of the rhythm that we've already established. Really dig that back and forth between the two vocals, the foreground and background vocals. We've stripped away a lot of the instrumentation, letting those vocals really shine and letting us hear those specific inflections we're getting out of those vocals. I like what they're doing with that background vocal. They're adding a little bit of reverb to it, but they're also cutting out a lot of those high-end frequencies to make the vocal sound like it's underwater, like it's under this incredible pressure and trying to get out. We've already seen that a little bit with Suleta, whose desires are very simple, yet there's this repression that's keeping her under. We also see it with her friend Miorine, who wants freedom, she wants escape, but she's being kept down by this repressive society. There's just something so cool about stripping everything away down to just a piano and a vocal. I love the sound of pianos and vocals just paired really well together, and then bringing it all back in, having those drums and guitars and synths come back in for that big chorus. Really dig that held out note with the drums kind of going into a halftime beat, just slowing everything down, like creating this kind of breakdown epic moment within the song. It's a technique that's used a lot in metal and emo music, where they'll go into halftime to create a breakdown over a long extended note. It's cool to see them use it here in this J-pop song. They've reharmonized the chorus here, and it sounds so good. Just a simple changes to the chords and the colors have created this really distinct feel on top of that halftime vibe that we're getting out of the percussion section. Comes together in a really nice way to add a layer of epicness to this song. Then we bring it on home with that dope riff that we heard at the beginning, a little bit of glitching. Sounds sick, such a bop. Such a great way to start watching a good anime, just to get in with this absolute energetic bop. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's added to your experience listening to the song. If it has, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, comment, shared, subscribed, and checked out my music. I've got an album, Bashing My Head Through a Wall. It's more acoustic, but you still might enjoy it. I've also got other anime music reactions here that you might enjoy as well. That's it. Catch you on the flip.
We got people to count on, shoulders to cry upon.